The chalk cliffs of our coastline are absolutely peppered with tunnels and with caves, and some of them, the only way to get in there is to abseil down. So there's a cool cave just below me, and I'm gonna abseil down and take a look inside. What I've actually had to do is go down there first and put a little marker where the cave is so that I can set my ropes up directly above the cave. So in a minute I'm going to drop down just over the cave roof and into the cave. Right, I'm in. I'm sort of halfway down from the top and from the bottom, and I'm in the cave now, and it's going to be full of pigeons. They always are. There's lots of feathers on the floor here, so I'm just going to take my equipment off to come in there. And of course, I guess it goes without saying, but don't try this at home. Right, and I'm just going to pull my rope up now and leave it safe in the tunnel for when I descend. Right, that's the rope there. What you have to be really careful of abseiling down chalk cliffs is there's bands of flint on them, and you can quite easily slice your rope open, especially if your rope's under tension. So you've got to really, suss out before you do your drop. And also you've got to make sure you're not damaging any of the chalk. So I come down very gently and I use protectors at the top to make sure I'm not damaging any of the chalk. And that's why I wear a hard hat. This hard hat's not going to do me much good if I fall, but if I dislodge chalk or anything, especially if I've got a buddy doing it with me, it keeps your head safe, because that does happen. So just as I come into the tunnel now, there's lots of scratches and scrape marks like this down here. And these are pigeons. Pigeons live in here. Look, there's absolutely loads of pigeon feathers. And I know when I get in there's going to be a lot of pigeons, and I might spook a few of them, and it will stink as well of pigeon poo. So let's go in. Now what you always get is these little ledges, and they were very often for candles to put on them. And then what you've got to think about, out there in the sea, this cliff, when this tunnel was built, these cliffs would have gone a lot further out, and coastal erosion's brought them back, and these tunnels would have gone down. So as the coastal erosion works its way back, these tunnels get higher and higher up in the cliff. So this tunnel very likely went down to the beach at some point. It's really soft underfoot because of all the pigeon poop. Look at this, it's really cool. And I can already hear pigeons. Now, this could well be a smuggler's tunnel. Also, a lot of the tunnels were modified for use during the war to defend our coastline, especially here in the southeast of England, so close to Germany. So a lot of them were repurposed, and a lot of them were smugglers' tunnels, and a lot of them were for rich people. Now, above here is King George Park, and I've got this drone footage I took during a dry spell, and you can see where all the buildings used to be. There used to be a really grand building up there, and they would have had tunnels and steps down to their boats on the beach as well. Right, wow, look at this. It's so soft. There is just so much pigeon poo, and what's going to happen over time, this poo will get higher and higher, and this tunnel will become inaccessible. So this is why I really like to do these kind of things, urban exploring, because this will be lost soon, so I like to feel a responsibility to sort of document it as well. So I'm looking out for any carvings and stuff. All these cobwebs hanging down. So this, there's another ledge there, like a little seating spot. And this tunnel seems to be going back out towards the cliff face now. Here's all the pigeons, look. So I'm just going to walk to the edge. I might spook a few pigeons, it's just the way it is. The pigeons will be all right, but they will fly at me. I'm not going to go all the way. So you can see light there now. The other entrance is there. So this tunnel seems to have gone. It's come in and then gone back round on itself. And they've obviously bricked up one entrance as well. Hey little pigeons. So in here it's a really warm climate. But these pigeons will be, these pigeons will be nesting in here all year round. It's a great little spot for them. One brave one left, look at you mate. There's some bricks just laid up there while they bricked it in. So that's where it goes. So let's head back out now. So how about this? So this tunnel sort of goes in and then comes back out. You never know what you're going to find. And I can't find any more spurs off it, but there would have been more spurs off it, but they've been lost to erosion. So yeah, and not many people would have been in this tunnel because it requires abseiling. go. Wow, amazing. If you want to explore some tunnels, get yourself down to Ramsgate tunnels. You can go down the old tunnels down there, the wartime tunnels and the railway tunnels. They're fascinating, and they're a lot safer than this as well. Wow, here we go. How about it? So that is what's in this tunnel, and I'm probably gonna go back in and have a little look round for engravings and stuff, but it's really, really mossy in here and pooey. Sometimes you find really cool engravings, but I don't think I'm going to find any in there. So I might drop in on some of the other tunnels at some point, but this was a pretty good one to show you. How about that? Right, I'm going to finish the drop now. Let's do it. Just check there's no one out there before I throw my rope. Go. Right, so that's this tunnel explored. Back down. And I'm going to come back and do some more tunnels another time. Cheers, guys. Get wild.